Everybody, JJ here, coming back to you with another video regarding another one of my favorite albums, and this one is about. You see from the title of the video, this one's about Blue Oyster Cult. Yes, that Blue Oyster Cult. More cowbell. You know the joke. I don't have to tell you. Everybody knows it at this point. They have other songs besides that one, and the album that really kind of cemented, my love for the band, and it kind of erased all the notions of the silliness that's associated with the Don't Fear the Reaper thing and all that kind of stuff. And this is the album. This one is called Fire of Unknown Origin, and yeah, I don't know what's going on the cover, but he's got some stuff going on. It's very culty, and I don't know. I don't read the lyrics that much, so there's probably some strange stuff going on. But to get to the origin of me discovering this album, likely I had probably heard either Godzilla or Don't Fear the Reaper on the radio as a youngster. And those are kind of radio staples, either of those songs. Even to this day, they're still played on the radio quite frequently. Likely the first time I had heard a Blue Oyster Cult song outside of a radio scenario, and maybe one of the lesser known songs from them was there was a movie released in the 80s, an animated movie called Heavy Metal, and this is this is it here. It's animated. It's like science fiction, fantasy. It's got a little bit of horror elements to it and stuff. I'll do another video on this album because this album is great too, and there's a lot to talk about with it. But Blue Oyster Cult, a lot of 80s hard rock bands are featured on this. Sammy Hagar, Journey, Black Sabbath has a song on here, and Blue Oyster Cult has a song on this. And the song that's in the soundtrack is the Veteran of Psychic Wars. And so that song is in the soundtrack. Definitely heard that song through the movie. And all of the music that was from that movie was, I ended up kind of discovering the artists later on, and really falling in love with a lot of them. And Veteran of Psychic Wars happens to be on this album. And so that's likely the catalyst for me even kind of checking this one out, knowing that song, and then just, through streaming most likely is where I probably really had a chance to kind of dig into this album. So it's a relatively kind of new discovery for me, like 2000, and it might have been an Apple Music thing, so it could have been 2007, 2008. I probably would have got my hands on this finally for the first time. And to say that since that first listen, this thing has become a constant rotation in my listening kind of collection, let's call it. It's like an understatement. I listen to this record a lot, and there's always something new that I'm discovering when I listen to it as well. And when I first started my YouTube channel, I dug into a few of the songs, and I was listening to the record a lot at the time, did a handful of covers at that time, and then didn't listen to the record, and then I kind of started going back through some of the old covers and wanting to redo a few of them. So when I came back to my channel again regularly, I covered a few of the songs again. But this album is just full of incredible music. The single that was off of this, it's still on the radio. Likely the one everybody kind of knows is "Burnin' for You." A great song too, almost like a Cheap Trick kind of vibe to it, kind of. Might not be the best description, but that's what I think when I hear it. I almost think it has like a Cheap Trick kind of. I want you to want me sort of vibe to it, but I don't know, too many head injuries or something too. But so yeah, "Burnin' for You" is the first thing I heard off of this. First song on this is "Fire of Unknown Origin." the title track, which is an amazing song. This song or the whole album has kind of a very progressive, almost like an orchestral kind of feel to it, and the drumming is kind of indicative of that as well. Like it has like some marching cadences. It has like, you know, tom orchestrations and just parts that aren't really kind of, you know, like typical, let's say. What is the drummer's name? It escapes me now. Albert Bouchard. Albert Bouchard played drums on this, and yeah, he's an incredible. I believe he was one of the main songwriters in the band too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too familiar with their history, but if you are, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, Albert Bouchard did an incredible job on this album as far as like creating an amazing drum orchestrations, and just it suits the music perfectly. Like, you know, in the song "Burnin' for You," there's like you know, the kind of pre-verse or the pre-chorus. It's these tom rolls and, you know, just these very untypical or non-typical parts, and drew a lot of inspiration from that. Pardon me. Veteran of the Psychic Wars. I've heard, I don't know who, it was it. Pardon me. Let me take a drink. Veteran of Psychic Wars. I want to say Metallica just recently covered that. And that was a song I kind of forgot about for a long time. And when I saw Metallica cover it, it was a couple years ago, I think, at a concert, and they did a kind of a different version of it. And like they did a fantastic version, and it kind of brought the song back around for me to check out again. And it's got such a cool arrangement to it. And you know, just the drumming, it's got like this, just like a marching, just on these big drums, very ambient. It has all this stuff going on. Very, very cool song. Metallica's version is cool, but you know, Blue Oyster Cult is the one to check out. Soul Survivor, very cool. There's actually a song called Heavy Metal on side A of this. So I've always wondered, I don't know if that was supposed to be the song that went on the Heavy Metal soundtrack, and they just didn't use it for whatever reason. I have no idea. You get into side 2 on this one. Vengeance, an amazing song. My favorite song on this album is a song called After Dark, and it has, I did a cover of it. I'll link it to at the end of the video for anyone that's interested, because it's such a high energy drum part. I don't know if I'm playing it exactly like Albert did. I kind of do most of the songs I do my own interpretation of anyways. But it's such a high energy tune, and it has this like kind of a train beat, like an Elvis Presley, you know, the train beat. It's got this up kind of beat thing going on to it on the snare drum, which is really, really a lot of fun to play. And it adds in the verses, it adds a whole different dynamic. It's all about playing with like parts and dynamics, and you know, creating unique things for different sections of the song. And you know, I in my original projects, I kind of strive to try to do those things. I don't know if I ever quite do them as well as any of the examples I give normally, but these things are always in the back of my mind when I'm thinking about drum parts and ways to put compositions together. So the song After Dark is definitely the one I would recommend everybody listen to. It's not the poppiest. It has a great chorus, but as far as the drumming goes, it's a tough exercise if you play it the way that I kind of interpret it, which is like a, you know, like almost like a punk song in a way, with some of the tempo that's there. Joan Crawford, yeah, it's just, there's a very, very epic feel to all the songs that are on this. And they're definitely, outside of Burnin' for You, these are definitely not your kind of typical, if you're expecting Don't Fear the Reaper 2.0, I mean, you're going to be, well, you can be disappointed, but it's like, why would you even want to hear 2.0 of that song? Just haven't you heard it enough at this point? And but yeah, this is an amazing album from Blue Oyster Cult. This is since my newer discovery of it, 15, 16 years ago, whatever it was, it's this one has been played a lot. And when I found the vinyl copy of it, Blue Oyster Cult doesn't get the same love as like a lot of like bands from this era, and maybe because they were a little kind of out there and the name kind of put people off. I don't know. They kind of didn't follow the same path that maybe like a Journey or the singing is fantastic. They don't have that kind of a singer clearly. Eric Bloom is the main vocalist. And but yeah, he's a great singer as well. But it doesn't have like that epic kind of nature. Musically, they have a lot in common with with those types of bands, like these kind of like more epic arrangements, and the players are all top notch. But they just didn't have the same kind of singer that put it into that Journey or Styx or Foreigner or that kind of territory. And then yeah, the songs kind of took a little bit of a different turn, more into not quite progressive, because they don't really dip that often into odd time signatures and things like that. But the arrangements have this very kind of like unique, just unique arrangements, and it's very much just kind of a testament to them and their ability as musicians as well too. So, but yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite albums ever, Blue Oyster Cult, Fire of Unknown Origin. If you haven't listened to this one yet, I encourage you to check it out in whatever form you choose to listen on. My preferred format is the old scratchy vinyl, but yeah, it's available everywhere. So check it out. You might be pleasantly surprised. And I don't think there's any cowbell on this one, so you won't get more cowbell, you get less cowbell. But this is the one about Blue Oyster Cult, Fire of Unknown Origin. Cheers.